Welcome to this chair yoga routine. I was asked to create it. So this is for Marcel and for everybody out there. Chair yoga is awesome if you are in a corporate environment and just want to work from your office space, or if you have some sort of issue going, like an injury, or you just want to practice in a more relaxed way. Chair yoga is for you. So let's try it out. So grab a chair and we can begin kind of sitting on the edge. This would be the mountain pose in the chair. So as you sit, see if you might just kind of lift your toes and feel yourself ground down through your feet and your seat. And if you want, you could put one hand on your belly and one on your chest. And let's just inhale and inflate our belly. Feel the fingers expand. As you breathe in and fill up the belly like a balloon. And then feel the belly contract back into the spine on the exhale. As you inhale, inflate your belly and then the ribs. Filling up the torso, sitting a little taller. And as you exhale, feel your ribs contract and your belly draw in. Maybe imagine roots through your feet sink down into the earth, each exhale deeper. Each inhale, imagine the energy drawing up like a column. Feel the belly inflate, the ribs, and then the chest. Reach your crown a little higher, as if you were extending a line of energy up towards the sun up there. And then on the exhale, descending order, rib, chest, ribs, belly, contract, roots sink deeper. So this is 3-part or Dirga breathing in our chair version of mountain pose. So imagine breathing up and down this column, up through the feet, drawing earth energy up, expanding the torso from the bottom up, belly, ribs, chest, sitting a little taller. When you exhale, feel your chest, ribs, belly contract, and the energy flow back down through the feet. You can use the 3-part breathing to calm your nervous system, to oxygenate all your cells, supporting all the systems of the body, and calm your central nervous system. So when you're ready, we'll come into our practice. Some people like to set an intention. If you want to do that, you might state it to yourself in the present positive. And then when you're ready, let's do a sun salute in this version. So as you inhale, reach the arms up towards the ceiling. And then as you exhale, see if you want to shift forward, forearms on the thighs or arms down the legs, forward fold. Inhale, coming up halfway. Feel length in your front torso. And then exhale, take all that length forward and let your jaw soften and your head hang. And when you're ready, press down and raise up. Let your fingers touch at the top of your breath. And exhale your thumbs into your sternum. Let's do that again. Inhale, reach your arms up, palms up once they get past your shoulders to protect your rotator cuffs. Exhale as you flow forward, letting all the energy kind of pour out the crown of your head, stretching the back body. Inhale, halfway up, option to reach the arms forward. Exhale, fold again when you're ready at your own rate. Root down, ground to grow, back up tall, and exhale the thumbs into your sternum. This is Surya Namaskar A. Inhale as you raise the arms. Exhale as you fold. So as you can tell, it's a forward and back bend series. To create space between your vertebrae, inhale can be halfway up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, we'll reach the arms up overhead, and exhale, we'll circle the hands together in Anjali Mudra to open at the heart, connected here with the breath and the movement. So if you want, you can hold behind your knees, and as you exhale, round back, tucking your chin, hollowing out your abdominals. You might hold your knees. On the inhale, tip forward, drawing your heart forward and your elbows back, crown forward. Exhale, there's space between your vertebra, belly, chin drop in, and then we tip forward with the pelvis and extend forward. There's flexion in the back spine. Exhale's extension. And as we go back and forth, the intention is to create some space. Did you know that your spine determines your age? So this is a simple way to create space between your vertebrae and to start this practice. And then when you feel ready, we'll come back to be seated nice and tall. And if you'd like here, we'll turn. I'm going to turn to my right and drop the right knee. You could have the toe turned under if that's okay. And then if you want, you could raise your left arm and steer forward. So feel your front ribs and belly a little in. You can raise your left arm. And I'm holding with my right arm behind the chair. So this is a stretch for the front torso, the hip flexor, and if you want, you could even see if you want to add a quad stretch. If it does or doesn't happen, it's okay. So I'm kind of sitting forward on the edge of the chair, tucking the front ribs in, and reaching the crown tall. Beautiful. And then when you feel you've had enough, we'll turn a little bit open with the left leg. Right knee is forward, so this is our warrior two. And if you want, you can float your arms up. Moving the chair a little bit to be in the screen. Cool. Inhale if you want, flex through the heels of your hands. The gaze point is forward. Exhale, fingers down. Extension in the wrists on the exhale, inhales, flexion. So for all the time we spend on our devices, smartphones and computers, this is a great one. And this is our warrior two, and I just invite you to kind of tap into your internal strength here. And then if you want, we can reverse the warrior, leaning back and feel the stretch through the right side, all the way down to the right hip crease. And if you'd like, wiggle your top fingers to bring your awareness and your energy up. You can do the same by drawing your pelvic floor up and your belly in. So see if you want to just feel a little more stretch or breathe into sensation. And just imagine you're like Goldilocks. You want to find the just right place, not too much, not too little, just enough. So we inhale to the edge of our flexibility, and when we're exhaling, we soften a little bit away to release any tension we might be holding in the body and mind. And then inhale through warrior two, and we could come to side extended angle. Right forearm to the right thigh, and now from the left outer edge of your foot, on the left side, through the first two toes, root down, and go for this lateral stretch up through your left side. If you roll your shoulder back a little bit here, you'll feel the collarbone open, and you could stay here, or if you want, you could internally rotate, palm out behind you, the left arm behind you, and see if you want to roll the shoulder out. Any version of the pose that you feel is just right. And then when you're ready, we'll come up to center, and we can take a squat pose. So here we have the knees and feet in the same direction. So see if you want to stay in your squat pose, and then let's take this left arm across and give a nice stretch here. In this posture, the pelvic girdle is like a bowl, like this, and it opens at the base when we sit like this. So try it out if you like, and then we can take the right arm across. And then if you want, we can raise this left elbow up with the right hand holding it. I could hold onto my shirt from behind, if you could see behind me, and this right palm could rest in the small of the back. So it's internal rotation on the right shoulder, external on the left, and then we could come out with a little snake arm action to shake it out, and we'll switch sides. So if you want, right elbow up, left hand, right elbow, right hand between the blades or holding to the shirt. Some people might grab a strap, a scarf, or a block. And then if you want to try internal rotation on the left side, turn your palm out behind you, and it could rest in the small of the back, or it could be like a back scratcher. What a useful skill. Where you kind of reach your hands towards each other, or get to those itchy spots. And then when you're ready, we want to reach the arms up, and let's just make soft fists and circle our wrists. Bring elasticity into the wrist joints. And then if you want, we'll turn to the left on the edge of the chair. I'm going to have this left hand holding at the back, and then you might just drop your knee down. You can turn your toe under if you want. So the right hip flexor and the front spine stretch open. If you want to reach your right arm up, the more you draw your right foot back, the more the stretch you'll feel. So see if you can tuck your front ribs in your belly and reach up tall. And if you want, you could see if you could hold the right foot, if you want the quad stretch. And wherever you're at, see if you can get a really nice 3-part breath or a belly breath. Now, option to switch to ocean breathing, which is a little bit of that sound I just did. So we could inhale through the nostrils and exhale through the nostrils, closing the back of the throat to produce that ocean sound. This is Louie. And this is Warrior Two. So the left knee is bent at a right angle, and the right leg comes out. And this, we can gaze forward. And did you know that every pose has a gaze point? So steady gaze, steady mind. Warrior Two. Cool. If you want, flip your palms up and feel your collarbones broaden a bit. And then if you want, turn the palms out behind you. You could do that another time or two to see how it feels. Getting into the extensor muscles of the arms. And then when you're ready, if you want, last time we did right arm back down the right leg, left arm skyward. So this is called Humble Warrior, and it's a left side stretch from the hip crease through the intercostal muscles around the ribs. And if you kind of roll the shoulder open, you might see if that is accessible to you. And then if you want, wiggle your top fingers, bring your awareness and your energy up from the pelvic floor with Mula Bandha, root lock. Belly in is Uddiyana Bandha. And then when you're ready, we can come through Warrior Two, and here comes side extended angle. The left forearm to the left thigh, and here we create a right side stretch. So maybe take your awareness to your right foot, root down, and go for length, best you can. So it helps to steer the hips a little forward, so the pelvis and the hips stay in the same direction. And if you want, you could internally rotate the right arm behind your back, if you felt like that's interesting. So the whole purpose of practicing the asanas, or the postures in yoga, is to get rid of the tensions we're holding, so that our body's a fit vehicle for a more peaceful mind by the end. And when we are ready, we'll come up, and we can shift our knees back together, and let's try one of my favorites, which is pigeon pose. So great for the hips, awesome in the chair. So if you want, we could take our right calf and we could just hold it anywhere, flexing the foot to keep the attachments to the knee engaged, and therefore a little safer. And if you want to try rocking your hips open here, you can. Any version that works for you. So we'll be getting into the right outer hip and the piriformis muscle. And then if you feel like it's okay, right ankle over the left knee. And here we could imagine a zipper from your belly button to the base of your throat. So length reaching up, and exhale, tipping forward. So if you want, you could keep here, or you might slide your hands down your left leg. And we'll just let ourselves pause here. Did you know that there's large bundles of nerves in your hips that wire all the way up to your brain? Sometimes the hips are called the junk drawer of the body. We might hope, like they say, the issues are in the tissues. Well, you might notice that you might want to smile or frown. Maybe you notice nothing. There's no right or wrong way. But just be aware of whatever comes up into your awareness. Imagine a big breath in to encompass all that arises. And as you exhale, imagine as you're just blowing out like a gray mist of detritus of anything you don't need anymore. And when you're ready, we'll drop this right foot down and we'll try it on the left side. Flexing the left foot, any version. You could go low. Most people find one side is a little bit different, or maybe a lot, but somewhat different. So what is happening for you? And when you feel that you're ready, left ankle over the right knee, and we might simply hinge at our hips and tip forward, or if you want to slide the hands down the leg and grip. So see if you might just find the just right spot. And how do we really know? So we can use our breath as our guide. If the breath gets short and shallow, back off. If it's smooth and strong, there's maybe some room to explore. So in every pose, see if you can get a really nice big breath in through the nose. And if you want, exhale through the nose and close the back of your throat, the epiglottis halfway. And this is known as Ujjayi or ocean, victorious breath. And it evens up the ratio of the inhale and the exhale. So feel free to try that audible exhale. If you've ever put a shell up to your ear, it's that sound. And when you feel ready, we can come up. Maybe we want to shake it out a little bit. And from here, let's try eagle pose. So this one gets 12 joints at once. So if you want, we'll start with the legs. We could cross the right over the left once, or even twice if it sneaks around the back. Double wrap. If it doesn't work, that's okay. And then if you want, you can bring the right elbow forward and the left arm underneath. So holding the shoulders in order of challenge, back of the hands or palms. So if you want, raise your elbows. I'm peeking between my forearms, and exhale at the same time, relax your shoulders. And so we have 12 joints compressed here. Shoulders, elbows, wrists, hips, knees, ankles. And if you'd like to, you can experiment raising the elbows and holding them up to whatever degree feels good, at the same time relaxing the shoulders to get into the space between the scapula. Now, you could try tipping your chin a little bit away from your throat or tucking your chin in. In the latter, you might feel it present more down your spine. So find the place. Another option is to bring a little bit of a forward fold. Maybe your elbows reach towards your knees. So if you feel good here, we'll try one more. And make that exaggerated breath to invite you to come back to the ocean breath. And when you feel you've had enough, we can release this right foot out and reach the arms overhead. Maybe you want to interlace your fingers in a counter stretch, reaching up, and then we can switch sides. So if you'd like, left over right, once or twice. Maybe neither of those is good. Then we try to get the knees back to center. For knee issues, just chair legs. That is just neutral pose instead. And then if you want, the left elbow comes on top, right arm underneath, and you could stay here. Back of the hands are palms. You might try elbows up, shoulders down. Chin away from your throat, or try tucking it in. And see if you can find just the right spot here. In the 8 limbs of yoga, this is called brahmacharya, and it's to be guided by the breath. So walking hand in hand with our inner guidance, and the breath can give us a lot of information. Option for the tip forward if you want. So throughout your day, you could tune into your breath, and if you find that you've stopped breathing or you're just kind of in fight or flight, just chest breathing, try your belly breath again if you want. How does it feel on the left side now to have 12 joints squeezed together? And when we come out, then a fresh blood supply comes into the joints. And we can reach up tall. And exhale, we'll lower down. So here comes the final twist. So just like we did in Warrior One, we're back to that pose, but we're gonna twist to the right. So if I take this left hand to the back of the chair and the right hand could stay to the right or reach out behind, we kind of bring the twist now into the mid-back. This is the 12 vertebra of the thoracic, part of the spine. It's attached to the ribs, so it's the least flexible part. And we wait till we've been kind of lengthened out a little bit before we get to it. And then if you want, when you're ready, we can de-rotate. We can come back to center. And if you want, coming to the edge of your chair, we can go to the other side. So here we go again with the left leg leading. If you want, you could reach your right arm up, hold to the back of the chair on both hands, or extend your left arm. And here, see if you can breathe 360 degrees around your torso, filling up the belly, the ribs, the chest, sitting tall. And exhale, draw in your belly and wring out your spine like a wet washcloth. And imagine anything you don't need, like dirty water, going down the legs and into the ground. And when you feel you've had enough, you can come back to center, and we'll do one standing behind the chair. So you can bring your chair forward, and this is for balance. So if you have something going on or something with a balance, you try this if you want. So this is going to be our mountain pose. The load-bearing joints are aligned. Unlock your knees. You could lift your toes to feel the weight to the inner edge, and then the toes come down, and there's a triangular base below the mounds of the big and the little toes and the heels on both feet. We unlock the knees and draw up our pelvic floor, draw in our belly. And if you can see, my feet are just parallel. Okay, now we'll turn the right foot out. This is our tree pose. I'm going to move the chair aside and just use it, but you can stand directly behind yours if you prefer. Right foot over the left. This right thigh is spinning out. And if you want, you could try placing the right foot on the inseam of the left pant leg, above or below your knee, just not on it. And we have our belly in. And then if you want, you could even raise your top arm. Feel your shoulder blades kind of press a little forward as you lift your sternum and your crown up, rooted down through your standing foot. Bandha's engaged. Holding the chair, or trying it without. I'm going to go the other way with the circle of the wrists. If you find this is kind of easy for you, you could even try closing your eyes, but keeping your gaze eye level. That totally changes the orientation. And then if you're ready, you can come down. I'm going to throw out one more for fun, and that's to take the right leg to the right side. So there's always variation. I'll heel toe over a little bit. Yeah, so anyway, maybe we come forward and let it come down, and we'll switch to try our first mountain pose. Load-bearing joints. Feel yourself tall, proud, beautiful. Left heel over the right foot, so setting up. Hip points are like headlights steering forward. Belly's in, any version of tree. Let yourself just develop it breath by breath. Imagine roots below your standing foot, spreading out throughout your whole space and sinking down to the center of the earth. And you might imagine another line of energy from your crown reaching all the way up to the sun. So it's like an equality of opposition of the energy moving up and down the whole body. Inhale up, exhale, rooting down, releasing out. Tree is a lovely pose to come to at any time where you find yourself feeling scattered. It builds bone density too. So notice in your right standing foot how your ankle shifts to hold this pose. It's going right, left, right, left, right, left. And that's how we're building bone density here. And finally, if you want, you could stay right where you were. Or if you want, you could try the little extension. We just throw it out for variation. And then when you feel ready, we can come back. And if you want, shake everything out. So throughout the day, if you feel like you are just holding on to a lot of tension, just shake it out. And when you're ready, we'll come down. And our final pose here is a neck roll. So I'm going to back a little bit. Everything's in the screen. So if you want, drop your chin into your throat while you lift your sternum and relax your shoulders. If this feels really awesome to you, you could try interlacing your fingers and placing them at the base of your skull. They're at the occiput, and you can turn your head a little side to side. This is also awesome in the shower if you tend to hold tension in your neck. Eventually, you might want to drop your left ear towards your left shoulder. One trick I like is peace symbol fingers on the left hand, starting at the ear, like on the jaw bone, and sliding from that point over to the chin and letting the lower jaw go to the right. You might feel the stretch in your right side neck. And then let yourself come back to center. If it feels okay, right ear towards the right shoulder. Peace symbol hands. This one is a little technique from yoga therapy. So if you want to try it on, now your lower jaw goes to the left. And let's focus here on noticing the length of your next in-breath. Maybe it's 1, 2, 3. And exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Option to circle the head all the way around if you feel like that's good for you. And when you're ready here, we'll come back to a seated position where we started. And if you want, you could make the hands like a little cup, right hand on the bottom, left on the top. And if you touch your thumbs, you can see that the negative space in between looks like an egg. And it's called the golden egg. It also relax into the shoulders. And it's used and also referred to as dharana from the 8 limbs of yoga, which means concentration. So bring your concentration inward as you ground down and sit tall. And we're going to let go of the breath. If you want to try one more breath, maybe inhale for 3 and exhale for 6. The longer exhale is more calming to the nervous system. If you felt like you wanted to do one more, that's always an option. But then let go of your breath and let yourself kind of sink back into your seat, your feet to the ground. If you want, you could close your eyes, soften your gaze, or lower it. I invite you to tune inward for a body scan. So imagine, just take your awareness to the scalp and the crown of your head and over the brow and the forehead, around the sides of the head, the ears, and just breathing into the area or sending your appreciation, like the expansive healing energy of unconditional love. Let your eyes maybe sink into their sockets as if you were gazing down towards your heart. Invite this softening sensation to the tip of your nose, to the root of your tongue, and through your jaw, so that your tongue recedes into the lower palate. And if you like, take your awareness into your throat. circling around, just scanning the area and sending unconditional love and appreciation. Maybe feel this energy kind of pull at the base of your throat. And then bring your awareness into your shoulders and collarbones, around to the scapula, forward through your sternum. Unconditional love, all the way down to a cellular level. Maybe you visualize happy laughing cells. And this energy in the form of our awareness with appreciation flowing down your arms, shoulders, upper arms, elbows, all the way around both sides, into your forearms, into your wrists on the right and left sides, down to a cellular level. Happy laughing cells. Imagine that if you want. To your wrists, top of the hand, palm of the hand, back of the hand, all the way to the very tips of all 10 fingers. And then move your awareness, if you'd like, into your torso, through your internal organs, especially to any area where there's any tension you might notice or dis-ease of any sort, all the way down to your pelvis. Happy laughing cells. And your hips, your seat, groins, and then through your thighs, all the way around, down through the skin, the muscles, the bones, to the cells. And then through your knees, the back of the joint, all the way around, both sides. And then down through your calves and around to your ankles, top of your feet, bottom of your feet, and then all 10 toe tips. And when you're ready, imagine your mind is like 10,000 miles of windless, cloudless, clear blue sky, like in this American Southwest. Awesome in its expanse and scope. And just for a minute, if you would, imagine any thought that comes up, which inevitably it will, moving like a wispy white cloud from the left side of your mind, like a movie screen, across and out through the right, just passing by. And just let yourself be witness. Big Sky Mind meditation. A reminder to be aware as a witness. So it's the same part of us that's able to recall dreams. So see if you might take just another moment and let thoughts come in from the left, flowing through like weather patterns, and out through the right. And finally, letting go of Big Sky Mind, we can return our gaze. Maybe you want to deepen your breath one more time. Feel your belly expand and then contract on the exhale. And so may you take this sense of awareness, this unpresence, and just like the awareness and the presence is the most important part of the practice. So may you take it with you, and in yoga we close with Namaste. The light of the divine within me sees and acknowledges that same light within you. When we are in this place, we are the same. Namaste. I'm Jackie Jackson, and leave comments below if you like. Thank you.